Which
All right, we are back. Little minor technical difficulties. What's beautiful is that we're learning this shit on the fly. Truly, I had a light burnout and an electric socket overheat, and Mike had his whole computer just go
right. I was just a shadow of myself right there.
sincere. I was like, damn, Mike, what is going on?
Yeah,
Um, but you know what? We realize why this shit is all happening.
that's right. Go ahead and tell
It's
them. No,
Friday the 13th. That's
Friday
why
the
I was trying to
13th.
figure. I'm sitting here like, this is some crazy shit. How is this going? And this is some unlucky, crazy. It's Friday the 13th.
Friday
Word.
the 13th.
Bet.
It's
I'm
still, we're back like the Friday the 13th again.
you jinxed
Man,
it. We talked about that shit.
yeah. So it won't let it up and everything. So let's hurry and get to Saturday the 14th.
Right, no doubt. But you know, not to deviate off our schedule, what we're talking about, bruh. I was talking to somebody in regards to it was a Kappa, and he saw a little old lady, and she had on a AKA sweatshirt.
Hmm.
Um, she was not an AKA. She had no idea what the sweatshirt represented or whatever. She liked it because it was pink and green.
Right.
And he brought her made her aware of the situation, made her aware of the organization and what it stands for and everything from that perspective. And then he was able to negotiate another sweatshirt for her that wasn't an AKA sweatshirt, but that would satisfy her needs, and she was happy with that. What are your feelings about that? I mean, what they talk about getting brus stuff and at Goodwill, or if somebody gets evicted or however, and then people. I mean, because most people can be identified by the actual sweater.
Right. So this is what we're supposed to do. We supposed to hand down paraphernalia, or we have to just basically burn it, bury it, cut it up in scissors or something. We just have to go ahead and do that because if it ends up in the Goodwill, and it goes to anyone else. But here's the thing also, there are some members that actually pass away and their children may inherit that stuff. And their
And then they
children,
don't care. They just grab all the clothes and chuck them right out, and
yeah,
and,
they
and
don't
just
care. Or maybe they just don't know. They just don't know. The parents did not tell them, like, hey, this is what you need to do to get rid of this stuff. Just please, if anything happens to me, this is the protocols that you need to take to do this. So,
absolutely.
but yeah, we laugh about everything because sometimes you may see some maybe homeless, with Omega Psi Phi or Alpha Phi Alpha, and you're like, hey, what's going on? Hey, you on hard times, brother? And they're like, huh?
I mean, sometimes, hey, it might sneak up on you. You might see some white dude wearing a Mega Sci-Fi, and you'd be like, "What's up, bro?" And he might drop some knowledge on you, and you'd be like, "Ooh, okay."
Right. Because he may be just a member. We are not just we're a historically black fraternity, but yeah, historically
Historically.
black fraternity, but there are other members of the different ethnicities. But yeah, so and also with colors, a lot of times, like I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan. I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan. And so sometimes you get, I saw those eyes rolling. So sometimes you may want to go out with some Cardinals gear, which is red and white,
Yeah.
so, and kind of like an uncommon, unwritten rule, you're not supposed to be wearing all that red and white or blue and white. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm from Chicago. The Bulls
The
are red and
Bulls.
white, and the Cubs are blue and white. So it's like you kind of get restricted. I mean, at some point you gotta be like, dog, man, just because I'm a Cubs fan doesn't change my allegiance to my
Right,
rivals.
right.
So you gotta kind of, you almost I said something to somebody, and this was not long after I crossed over. You know how when you cross over, you like this and shit.
Right, right.
What you doing? What you know? You know? And then somebody puts you in your place and you go, all right, all right. And I had questioned somebody in regards to the colors that they were wearing, and dude was like, grow up on that.
Yeah, man, because
Get back to me. And I was like, damn.
yeah, because like
Right.
what if you leave a Cubs game and then go to a bruh function? You just were at the Cubs game and next thing you know you're wearing your blue and white.
Hey, my girl says I look good in red, and I am the farthest thing from a Kappa that you could possibly imagine. I mean, come on now. So it's just I think people in general in life with a lot of things they need to take a puff before they argue and complain.
Right.
People need to realize that bitching without a solution is just bitching.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing something that you feel is wrong, you provide a solution. You're wearing that AKA sweater. Here's a other sweater that I'd be willing to give you so that you would not have to be wearing that AKA sweater. And then you can identify who that AKA sweater belongs to and get it back to them, or at least back to another AKA. That is providing a solution. If I just complain that she's wearing it, what's the point?
Right.
It's just a matter of bitching, and it's a little ridiculous.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There we go. I
They
tried
got
something
you all
different.
the man. You got them files from Trump in the back of your thing, man. What you doing?
I got
You got the
something.
files from Trump and from old girl. You got
So,
all the dirt.
so people probably saw that. They probably like, oh man, where's this guy at right now? This
Mm-hmm.
guy's like in a bomb shelter right now.
How long has he been in jail, and when does he get parole?
Right, right. So maybe the St. Louis background was something that I was having an error with. So now you can see my face and everything. So now the St. Louis background has retired. But
I think that background needs to come back because damn, I'm not making fun of you or nothing, but I am.
yeah,
Not
so
everybody can be funny. Dog, dig it. You over here making fun of your big ass head, and I'm over here with a rhinoceros zit, dude. What in the hell happened? Is it nerves or whatever? And check this out. This is the shit that bothers me. Why is it that now my camera is the clearest, most direct camera you can see into my soul? Now I got this big ass zit on my forehead.
Friday
That's some
13th, man.
shit.
Friday 13th.
Dude, I can hang a goddamn glasses on this shit and not have it touch my head.
Yeah, your
This
forehead's
is
a little
horrible.
pregnant right now,
Dude,
man.
I mean, for sure. What in the oh, duh. But hey, kudos to the good camera.
There you
Oh,
go. There you go.
now,
Yeah.
all of that was brought to you by the Greek Ohana Action League. As we say at the Greek Ohana Action League, as a member of a Greek lettered organization, you always have to stay on point. So the Greek Ohana Action League, we're bringing sororities and fraternities together. Now, if
Okay.
you are a member of a Greek lettered society and you would like to network or advertise on this program, please hit me up at Tony B at GreekOhanaActionLeague.net.
Right.
Yes,
And
sir.
that was on point. And speaking of staying on point, and let's go ahead and get into today's main topic. Today's main topic is politics.
The debate.
Politics. Yeah, the debate,
The debate.
presidential debate that took place this week.
Okay. Listen, I'd like to consider myself as Mr. Obvious, but what's up on eating dogs and cats?
It was kind of like one of those Kofefi moments. If you remember Kofefi, I think Trump probably had a little mini stroke or whatever. You know,
my
so
my man ain't got no dirt. That's when that's when you talk shit against a pretty girl and she tell you you ugly and you fat and you go like this, but damn you fine. But I bet your breath stink.
Right, right. He came out of someplace in right field, man. I mean, I don't know. I think he got mixed up from his debate team. He just started saying, well, they're eating pets, they're eating cats and dogs or whatever. But yeah, I mean, man, come on now.
The Haitians are eating. Oh.
But I am so happy that he fact checked that man, because I mean you can tell that he's uneasy. You can tell he's not really prepped. And I would get to the Harris team. They knew his flaw. They knew that how to get to him and get under his skin.
Listen, Mike, if you have somebody who has never been told no, never been restricted, always told that he was the best and that he was terrific, he lost reality, where when the world says he's not terrific, he drops back to it's rigged. It must be rigged because I was always told I was terrific. What that means is that Trump's not a piece of shit. He's a chip off of the piece of shit old block because his parents are piece of shit. So he's generationally piece of shit. He's not even a full piece of shit. He's just a chip of shit. And then his kids are just nuggets of shit. Because they honestly believe, I mean, Eric and Junior honestly believe that they are leaders of industry. And it's like, what? It's like a story I told you, dog. It's like Michael Jackson. All he needed was that one friend to be real with him and say, don't wear the gold onesie thong leotard today. Just wear black. You'll be good. Or dog, you are chocolate with a big nose. That's what chocolate people had.
Or someone should have said, "Hey, Mike," when he was filming that.
You are beautiful.
Or when he was filming that Pepsi commercial, say, "Hey, man, don't get the extra 2 pumps of activator."
We're going dry today, Michael. We're going dry today. What we're going to do is we're going to put a hat on you.
Yeah, man.
And let you run. Yeah, no, that's yeah, no.
But I think the Trump debate, where he kind of fell short at, he just could not get his I guess his point across and attack Kamala and try to make Kamala everything attached to Joe Biden. So everything that Joe Biden kind of failed at, he kind of failed. Trump failed to try to link Biden to Harris.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing. For the last 4 years, after what we dealt with the 4 years prior, we were happy with the shortest midget. Okay? Because Trump had us in the ground. Mm-hmm. 1 million Americans died. 1 million Americans. That is unimaginable.
Right.
1 million Americans. He talks about how inflation is jacked up and tore up. Well, during COVID, everything got destroyed. Everything got, the infrastructure fell apart. You know what I mean? If he didn't terminate the programs that were necessary to support a functioning society, then the lack of personnel just came in and contributed to it. So you have to, you not only, it's not only, and he didn't inherit it, we were in a deficit, kind of like when Obama got into office. We were in a deficit and dug our way out of that mob. So you don't have to be, Biden said it best. He said, do not judge me against the almighty. Mm-hmm. Judge me against the alternative. Mm-hmm. All he has to be is the tallest midget. Okay. All I have to do is show that we're not going to go back in any way, shape, or form into a decimation because of the fact that there was a medical issue of national security issue, and your response was, and I remember when I saw it on TV when it first happened, he said only 2 or 3 people have it. It'll be gone in a couple days. And everything, when he was supposed to be presidential, he treated it like it was nothing, and 1 million people died.
Right,
That's
right.
it. That's not, I'm not even calling him a rapist, which he's a rapist, but I'm not calling him a rapist. Okay, I'm not even gonna push the fact that yes, that's rape. And
Right,
that's
right.
rape. That's rape. Trump should not go to court for it. What Trump should have is his ass beat. Personal
Yeah.
feelings, okay. However you say, these are the feelings and the words of Anthony Blackwell. Do not
Right, right.
put those to everything like that. But it goes back to the Will Smith thing. Did Will Smith really smack Chris Rock, or was that staged? Name one brother that's going to run up on somebody who's disrespecting his wife and open hand smack them. Never heard
Yeah,
of it. Never
yeah,
heard of it. Never heard of
yeah.
it. The dude's gonna go up there and he's gonna bust him in his mouth and say, "Dude, talk about my wife again, and I'll knock you the fuck out." That's what happens. Nobody's gonna get smack. I don't care Hollywood or whatever the fuck you smack.
But if you think about it, though, a smack is more emasculating than a punch.
It's not about emasculating. It's about the fact that you put my wife's name in your motherfucking
I know, but I'm
mouth,
saying
and
though,
you don't supposed to. He should have gone up there. If you're going to take the time to walk all the way, and he was sitting up there, he took the time to come down, walk all the way up there, and Chris Rock flinched up like this, and then he rocked his ass.
yeah, yeah. But you gotta think about this. On the receiving side, would you rather be punched or would you rather be pimp slapped?
Dude, it's no that's my point is no, and Chris Rock is physically he's a child.
Yeah, he's very small.
Okay, he's a little guy. So it's not what you're taking away his masculinity. What masculinity? He never claimed to be masculine.
Yeah.
He's not the one out there going like, well, I can take it.
Right.
He was like, oh, shit.
Guns or whatever.
But realistically, who else in Hollywood could have done that and still have a career?
That's true. That's true.
Nobody else. They needed a distraction. The world needed a distraction. The world needed something. Think about this. That was all that was talked about for months, to the point where you're almost exhausted with the subject.
Yeah.
What was going on at the same time? You don't know. Why?
Yeah.
Because they distracted your ass.
There probably was a war going on someplace.
Look, Chris Rock's book went through the roof. Jada's book went through the roof. Chris Rock's tour went through the roof. Will Smith is still acting. He just did Bad Boys, and they're doing I Am Legend 2. So it's not like it didn't hurt him financially. He was banned from that award show for 10 years, but you didn't realize that he hadn't gone for 10 years prior.
Right.
So what is it? You had thrown the rabbit in the rabbit hole, and he's like, "Oh shit, now it's dirty." I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, well, let's get back. Let's get back to topic, though. I know
that's just
digress. So I know outside of the rabbit, I mean the eating of the pets and everything. What was your most memorable quotes or just one-liners that really hit hard for you?
I like the fact that she addressed, and this is I've always felt that a old white man's kryptonite is a smart, educated, driven, proud, and confident Black woman.
Okay.
And so he's already shitting himself. He just simple fact. Did you see the reaction that he had when they said, "Oh, she's replacing Biden"? He was like, "Oh, shit. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
almost like Mumra
Well,
back in the day.
it's like being in the elementary school and you're a sixth grader and you're about to fight a fifth grader, but now
Mhm.
a 10th grader is coming by.
10th
So the
grade,
whole
his
dynamic
big brother
change.
just show up and shit. And you're
Right,
like,
right. But I'm gonna tell you
damn.
a couple of things that I really liked about Kamala, the start of the debate, she actually showed her assertiveness. She actually walked over to him. She walked past her podium to go to him to shake his hand, to say that I
Confidence,
am not
confidence.
scared of
I
you.
am
I
not
am not
afraid of
intimidated by
you.
you.
You are
Right,
nothing. What did she say before? I'm prosecuting attorney. I've dealt with thugs before. I've dealt with bullies before, man. That doesn't faze me one bit. And
right.
she showed that from jump. I mean, when she did that, I remember stepping back like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah,
we
so I
go.
mean, that was one thing that's memorable to me. And the other thing that really, I think, kind of resonated with me, probably resonated with a lot of other people, is when she said, Donald or Mr. Trump, whatever she said that you were fired. The American voters fired you over 3 years ago.
She said,
That was a
you were
great,
fired by 81 million people.
right. So
81 million. That's receipts, bro.
right, because you should have won something happened for you to lose to Biden, and then you're trying to come back and everything. But you know how sometimes people got a short memory, but she put that bug back in people's minds.
Dude, no, no, no. And she was like, so what do you have for healthcare? He said, we got a concept. It's been 10 years since he's been trying to dog out Obamacare. It's been 10 years. 2 years before Obama was out, 4 years of Trump, and then another 4 years. It's 10. I could do math, bro. 10 years.
Right.
And he said he got a concept right there. You come on now. I
Yeah.
mean, I was
So
just like, dude, what do you have? You had a concept? Come on, man.
so like outside of him talking about the Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, what was a memorable quote that he made or memorable thing that he did that resonated with you?
The having a concept
The
on
healthcare.
Obamacare,
Uh,
for the simple fact that on an Obamacare replacement, he that's been his like big issue. That's been his thing.
mhm.
He ran 10 years ago on I've got great people, the smartest people, and we could come up with something better than that.
Hmm.
10 years ago.
Right, right. Yeah,
And
and
so
another thing
when he
too,
said that, I just was like, come on, dude.
and another thing too, after the debate, Trump kind of started, blaming his failure against the ABC moderator, because they were actually real-time fact checking, you know,
Because
and
I don't understand when did politics turn to that, dude?
right,
When did
right,
politics turn to that? If I say that I will not raise taxes and I raise taxes, then that's some dirty shit. When I try to run again, then they can go, you said you didn't raise taxes, but you raised taxes. This dude is like, what was oh boy's dad killed Kennedy. What? You know what I mean?
yeah, man,
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
yeah, yeah, and that's
Obama's not an American.
right.
What? I
See,
mean,
see,
so
see, that worked. That worked on the first election that he had against Clinton. For some reason, that stuff worked and everything. But there are a lot of people that do not want just to hear the name calling, the jabs. They want to know what's going on because inflation's up, gas prices are up, home prices, interest rates are up, people losing their jobs right now. So those insults and quibs are not helping the American people at all. So I think people are getting fed up with that.
bitching without a plan is bitching.
Right, right,
If I say Obamacare sucks and I don't have an alternative, and the alternative is that how many people she say 35 million people are on Obamacare right now. So you're going to take away coverage without a replacement. And she even said that. So you're
right.
going to take away coverage for 35 million people without a replacement, and you're working on a concept? Man,
Well, well,
get your
well,
country
and here's the
bumpkin
thing.
ass.
Here's the thing. When he was president, he had a Republican House, Republican Senate. He could have repealed it, but did he do it? No, he didn't. So that in itself is like you had no plan for it when you were president. So
It was all but it proved why it was unpopular. They proved how the why that was the case. It was unpopular because of the simple fact that it had Obama's name on it. Because remember, it was Romney Care.
right in
It
Massachusetts, yeah.
it was Romney Care. Okay, Romney Care is amazing. Romney Care is going to change the game. And he said, "You're absolutely right," and they labeled it Obamacare. And then they said, "You know what? We're going to call it the Affordable Care Act because they're going to hate that it's Obamacare." And they did exactly that. There were people that would vote for the Affordable Care Act and vote against Obamacare because it has his name on it, against their own interests. How stupid are you? I mean,
Well,
it's that's some deep inbred hate.
unfortunately, that's kind of how it is. But one thing I want to go back to one thing about the Trump thing that I said the most memorable thing. One thing he's trying to do is consistently say that Kamala is not a black person. He thinks that she's just a person that always says she was Indian, but now all of a sudden that she wants to be an African American. So, his team is not letting that go. But it's kind of like is coming back to bite him. But for some reason, the Trump political team are still pushing that narrative out. Why, do you think that's going to work at all?
It's okay. Like we were talking about before, when we were in school, the racial divide was a lot more apparent.
Hmm. I'm going shadow again,
Now,
brother.
yeah, nowadays it's there's a lot more, oddly enough, shades of gray as opposed to black and white type of deals. And you're going to tell me in this day and age that Trump does not understand the concept of a mixed race individual? He does not understand the concept of paying respect to both sides of your family? It's ridiculous. You still there?